struggling in the compulsory exercises, she's happy.
Here's someone who is struggling right now to try and make the top 7. Always talking to herself is Amanda Borden, always imaging. She was so close to making the team in 1992. Missed it by 1 place.
A total unknown back then. Now she's been around and in the thick of things ever since.
Look at the way she's expressing herself throughout this dance combination, really using her head, selling her upper body. This is what I love about Amanda. It's playful. She's so light on her toes and her feet. It's just a great job here.
She's had to adjust with a new body of sorts. Between 92 and 93, she grew nearly 4 inches. She's now 5'2", which is tall for a gymnast. But it also works on the floor exercise, doesn't it?
So far, this routine is certainly going to help Amanda's cause of climbing her way back into that top 5. Once again, endurance is the factor here. Have to show a lot of power.
Amanda Borden.
She put it all together when she had to. This was an excellent, excellent exercise. She worked hard, and it's going to reflect in the score. As I said, it was playful. The tumbling was strong. She had a wonderful expression on her face throughout the entire routine. I really enjoyed the routine. I was drawn into it. Here's one of the tumbling runs. Has to kick out to vertical, which she did. Lots of height, lots of bounce out of tumbling pass, and then you've got to finish right on the beat.
With a big smile, too.
She's hoping for a better score than she got on even bars with a 9.262.
Oh, she's going to get that, John.
There we go, a 9.812, so a terrific score for her.
Remember, we just saw Kulikowski get a 9.637. She's in that tricky 5th place spot.
There's Dominique Dawes' score from Balance Beam, 9.637. That still keeps her up top. Remember, she was in first position after the 2nd rotation. Here's a young lady who is struggling. Jennie Thompson, after 2 rotations, she was in 13th place. She has to be perfect through the rest of compulsories and optionals for a chance to make it to Atlanta.
And John, the compulsories have been a real challenge for Jennie Thompson. Although I have really seen her mature in the last couple of years, she's worked so hard, particularly in the dance area of this exercise.
Watching from the stands, as you saw earlier. She is 14. She'll turn 15 during the Olympic Games.
And for those of you who are accustomed to our gymnastics broadcast, you hear Steve Nuno in the background a little bit there, always encouraging, always coaching, always trying to get my job, John.
Won't happen.
Jennie is so tiny, she really has to go out of her way and exaggerate these movements to make them look that much bigger.
Jennie! All right! Hey, that was a good routine.
Applause from her training partner, Shannon Miller,
all right.
who is pacing up in the top of the stands.
Much better tuck on the last one. All right there, little guy.
All right, how'd it go? How'd it go? A little bent leg on that tourgite. You know, it's a little loose with your back leg, you know.
Probably.
But otherwise, good extension in the splits.
Probably more attention than Jennie's ever gotten from Steve since Shannon's in the stands.
Always correcting, always making those little nitpicky comments, but for her benefit, obviously.
There's Dominique and her dad, Dimitri, looking over the scores. I'm sure trying to find out if her score from nationals is going to hold up since she was petitioned into the trials. It must be tough to watch from the stands, knowing that you could probably win this thing. Her exercise on floor, 9.625 for Jennie Thompson, so a good score for her.
That's a great score for Jennie Thompson. Great score.
The standings after 3 rotations: J.C. Phelps in first, Dominique Dawes down there in the no-go zone, Teresa Kulikowski and Amanda Borden fighting for that last position as you look at the rest of the top 14. And now we have learned that Shannon Miller does in fact qualify for the U.S. Olympic team based on those scores. After 3 rotations, Shannon is going. We do not know yet about Dominique. We'll take a break. We'll be right back with more gymnastics in a moment. Amy Chow on floor exercise is next. After 3 rotations, Amy finds herself in 3rd position. She dropped down 1 place. And we have also learned, as I mentioned earlier, that Shannon Miller has taken one of those positions in the top 7 away. So Miller is going for sure. Which means if everybody got 10s through compulsories and optionals, that Shannon would still end up in the top 7. So it's mathematically impossible that she would be denied a berth on the Olympic team.
This is an athlete that a lot of people are very, very high on. One of the national team coaches, Arthur Akopian, a former great Soviet gymnast, feels that she does some of the elements better than anybody in the world.
One area that Amy has a very easy time showing off in this routine are the flexibility movements. She can take certainly full advantage of those skills, but she really has to work a lot more on the expression in the choreography. I really believe she can score much bigger if she can take more of an advantage in that department.
Yeah, we saw Amanda, and every little element is shown to its fullest. The head goes back, the chest is up and presenting at all times. Amy really needs to work on that.
Amy Chow. And another near flawless performance from her.
She's been very consistent across the board. As I said, this is potentially the lowest scoring compulsory event for Amy, but I'm sure she'll be working very hard in the weeks ahead.
Well, prior to this, she's had no score under a 9.6 as we watch the replay.
As I said, the tumbling is really very easy for Amy Chow. Just wait till you see her optional routine. This is one of the required tumbling passes, of course, the front through to the full twist, lots of height, completion of a complete full twist, and she must rebound following that element.
She also must be in a good deal of pain because she's had a back injury that she's been suffering with, a 9.487. So her lowest score so